Hey guys, Mr. Mac here. We're taking a look at 1.4 polynomials, and I want to take a look at expanding the binomial. And we have a perfect square binomial here, bi meaning two. We have two terms here in this quantity, and we're going to square it. So we could just write 3y minus 6 and expand it this way and do our FOIL. Okay, first, outer, inner, last. But there is another pattern that we get when we take a binomial and square it, and that's the x portion, which is this part right here, is squared, and then we have plus 2xy, so this section right here will be our y section. So we have 2x times y's, and then we have plus whatever that y section is here squared. So we end up getting the first term of our polynomial is squared, the x squared, and the last term is the y portion squared here, and we have 2x times y's. And you would see in the middle terms here that when we FOIL, we get the same middle term, and so we're adding them together, same as this being doubled. So 9y squared, if I wanted to do FOIL, that'd be the first, right? First. Outer would be 3y times negative 6, which is negative 18y. And then negative 6 times 3y is negative 18y. And then negative 6 times negative 6 is plus 36. Do you see we have 2? So 3y times negative 6 would be negative 18y. We have 2 of them. So if we multiply that by 2 in our pattern over here, we would see negative 36y plus 36. So we could have used this. If I go this other way, I would say, ooh, x squared. So that's 3y squared, and then plus 2 times 3y times negative 6 plus negative 6 squared. And then so 3y, if we take that whole thing, would be 9y squared. 2 times 3y times negative 6 is negative 36y. And then negative 6 squared is plus 36. You see, we get the same thing. So you could do the FOIL, expand the binomial, do the FOIL, or you can use the pattern, the equation here that we saw in the example. So that's 29. Let's take a look at multiplying binomials of a conjugate pair. 4c plus 1 and 4c minus 1. It's the same binomial except a negative. All of these are kind of the same. I think we did 31 in class, so maybe I'll check out 35. Here's another conjugate pair. What happens with a conjugate pair is the middle terms of the FOIL, the O and the I terms, these two terms will cancel each other out. There'll be a plus a term and a minus a term. And so really all we have to do is the first terms, so this would be 4 times 4, and then, the last terms, 4m squared, and it'll always be the difference. And we end up having the difference of 2 perfect squares. So in this case, it would be, sorry, I didn't mean to write the 2 here. Let's get rid of that 2. Erase it. So we would get 16 minus 16m squared. Now if you had to FOIL this, it would be first would be 16, outer would be negative 16m, inner 4m times 4 would be positive 16m, and then last would be negative 16m squared. And you see what happens to the two middle terms. They would cancel, leaving us with 16 minus 16m squared. That's our shortcut here when we're dealing with a conjugate pair. Same with 37. 11q minus 10, 11q plus 10. So all I have to do is multiply the first together. 11 times 11 is 121. Q times Q is Q squared. Negative 10 times 10 is 100, since a minus 100, and then that's our answer right there. Middle terms, if we FOIL this, would cancel. Okay, I'll do a couple from here. Multiply the polynomials. We have a trinomial, 3 terms, times a binomial, 2 terms. We can't FOIL when we have a 3 and a 2, but we are still distributing each term 4t squared times 4t squared, 16t to the 4th. Remember, we add our exponents, right? And now we do the next one, 4t squared times negative 1. It's negative 4t squared. Maybe I'll get a different color here. How about we'll go red. Next we go t times 4t squared. That would be plus 4t cubed. Then we would do t times negative 1, which is negative t. Now we have the negative 7. So I'm going to do negative 7 times 4t squared. That's negative, 28 t squared. Negative 7 times negative 1 is a plus 7. Notice we had a 3 by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. We have 6 different terms here. Now I'm going to, let's write this in descending order. I got 16t to the 4th. Do I have any cube terms? I only have 1, plus 4t cubed. Do I have any square terms? I do. I got 2 of them right here. Let's combine them. Negative 4 minus 28 is negative 32t squared. And then I've got 1t term minus t. And I have a plus 7. And that's it. This is a 4th degree polynomial. It's a leading coefficient of 16. Very good. What do I want to do now? Let's see. What happened to my toolbar? There it is. Let's do maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll do 41. Okay, we have a 2 by 3, so we should have 6 different terms after we multiply this. So we got y cubed minus 4y squared minus 9y. Now we got the negative 2y squared. Negative 2 times negative 4 is plus 8y. Negative 2 times negative 9 is plus 18. And we got y cubed. Okay, that's a y cubed. And then the square term minus 6y squared, negative 4 to negative 2. And then I've got a negative 9y plus an 8y. That's negative y plus 18. And then that's it for that one. Very good. How about, let's skip those. You guys could do that one. 46 is an even one. I'll do the 46. Can't look that one up. Okay, we got a 2 by 2. So we're going to get 4 4 different terms. When we multiply this, we could think about FOIL. First, outer. Okay, so 4x and negative 4y is negative 16xy. And we got inner. That's going to be negative 36xy. And then last, positive 24y squared. And then these two add up, we get 24x squared minus, what is that, 52xy plus 24y squared. And that's done. Okay. What we got now? 49, 51. You guys can do the I'll do 54 here. Okay, so a prospector buyer wants to know how much grain a specific silo can hold. The area of the floor of the silo is 2x plus 9 squared. The height is 10x plus 10. All right, so we have the area here of the silo has a base of, this part right here is, they're saying is 2x plus 9. Silos are usually a cylinder shape. Maybe it's a prism. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And it's saying that the height here, so I got a height of the silo, some sort of cylindrical, maybe it's got a little dome on the top, but really don't really care about that even, is 10x plus 10. Okay, so this is the height and this is the area of the base. And maybe you remember, if you took my class or any geometry class, area of the base times the height is the volume of any regular prism. And we know they have the area of the base and we have the height. We have expressions for it, so we're just going to put it in. 2x plus 9 squared times 10x plus 10. Expand the square and multiply by the height to find the expression, how much grain the silo can hold. So first thing to do is the exponent. So we're going to expand this. So this is going to be, I can do the FOIL for this. It's a binomial squared, so I can just use that idea about squaring the first, the last, and then 2 times xy if I want. I just FOIL it. First would be 4x squared, and then 18x is my outer. Inner is another 18x, and then 81's last. Put that all in parentheses. I'm still bringing down the 10x plus 10. Let's combine these terms. 4x squared plus 36x plus 81. 3 terms times 2 terms is going to give us 6. 4x squared times 10x is 40. X cubed. 4x squared times 10 is 40. X squared. 3x times 10x is 360. X squared. 36 times 10 is 360x. 81 times 10x is 810x, and 81 times 10 is 810. And now we add our like terms together, and we have only one cube term. I've got 2 square terms right here. 40 plus 360 is 400. 360, I have 2 x terms, 360 and 610. What's that going to be? 0, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 1170x plus 810. And that is, maybe I'll put a v. I should have a v over here, I guess, on the left. It is an equation. Volume equals, and there is our expression for the volume, all simplified in descending order. Okay, find the areas of the following figures. Okay, area is length times width, right? So area is length times width. We'll call this this is the length. Length equals, well, what is it? It's x plus 5. And the width right here is 2x plus 4. So we're just going to say x plus 5 times 2x plus 4. And we FOIL it. That's it. Okay, same with this one. What we got here? We know, I'm going to add a little rectangle here. If this is 8 and this is 3x, this section here would be 3x minus 8. And this length is x. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so how about we're trying to find the area of this red region right here, right? So we know the area of the large rectangle being, this whole thing. Now, make it green here. This whole rectangle, this green one right here, minus area of this small rectangle right here. Let's just say small, this white cutout. That would leave us with this red area. It looks like a L, sideways L or something, I don't know. So the area of the large is length times width. And the length is 3x. Right? Length times width. I just put it right here as a reminder. And the width here, well, if this is x, that must mean this is x here, and that's x. I've got 2 x's. Okay, so x and 3x, that's length times width, minus area of the small. So area of the small is 3x minus 8. And if this whole length is 3x and I take away 8, that would leave me with this length, right? So that is 3x minus 8. And then we're already given this width right here is x, right? So that's length times width, right? So 3x times 2x is 6x squared. And then minus, so negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. A negative times a negative 8 is going to be positive 8 times x is 8x. And the area of the red region here is going to be 6x squared minus 3x squared is 3x squared plus 8x. Let's see, could I have done it another way? I guess I could have said, I know this right here, this small is 8x. This section right here, I guess I could have said length times width. So this area would be 8 times x. And then I know this small region right here, or this region here, now to crosshatch it this way, is length 3x times x. So this would be 3x times x, which is 3x squared, and I just add them together. So that would just be 3x squared plus 8x. I guess that is maybe the IC cutting out first, but you could have cut this up and just added those two pieces. That's our answer. 2 ways to solve it. And I think I'll stop right there. I guess I'll do 60. I forgot, I got these volume ones down here. Volume of a prism is length times width times height. We can call this the length, this the width, and x plus 1 here is the height. We just put it in and we just multiply all our polynomials together. Doesn't really matter the order. I'll do these two first. Right here, 3x squared plus 8x. Right? And now I'll do 3x squared times, now we FOIL, right? 3x cubed plus 3x squared. Okay, I just did the first and the outer. I do 8x squared. I'll do last. Three x cubed plus, these add together, 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 8x. And that is it. Okay, I hope all that works for you guys. I didn't do every single problem, but I gave you a fairly good sample of some different problems here. Cool. Check you guys later.